Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Echoes of Aincrad. Last episode, we finished off the beta test, going through the quest line of the Violet Fencer, learning about how dungeons work, how they're randomly rolled, and random loot tables, and meeting up with our friends one last time. We all agreed to meet up once the full game has released, and now that the beta test is closed and a little while has passed, we have been spawned into the true Sword Art Online. And so, we met up with Iori, and it's time to make our way to the Town of Beginnings. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, before we get into it, let's quickly talk about what happened. So, for whatever reason, autosaves are a little bit weird, I guess, in this game. Anytime you rest, an autosave does get put down. You can see the little saving icon. I don't know if it's this quest problem, but essentially when I reloaded into the game, because my game was closed out between recording sessions, it respawned me back where we were summoned. So all the way back here is where it started me out at, the Temple of Doors. I then had to run through the entire dungeon again, but the problem was these chests were already collected. And this map was revealed, and this Temple Forest checkpoint was already activated. However, I guess because Iori, something with Iori, we actually had to go back through this fight again right here with those bugs to get Iori to rejoin us. And that causes a few problems. Now, one of those things is all my items acquired are gone. Like, I had way more items that we had picked up running through here, and they just don't exist. So I don't know if they went to my box, and when I go back to my box, they'll be there. Another thing is that this bomb stone, well, first off, all my items are gone. I'm assuming those are in my box just because we're in the full game instead of the beta test. This bomb stone is what I picked up from one of the chests. However, I also picked up a blueprint for ranger boots. Now, that blueprint, I believe, typically would be found right here, but it's not. So I just have to hope that when we go back to town and can go back to blacksmithing, that those ranger boots will be there. Otherwise, we just lost a blueprint for the rest of the game. Now, we are still level 10, which we did get in that dungeon. And on top of that, I actually did upgrade my weapon proficiency again while we had to go through that one more time. Getting the ability backlash, or backslash. I think it's backlash. I did go ahead and throw it on, so we will test it out together, because I haven't seen it yet. But I did just want to talk about that in case you guys experience the same thing. I don't know what the results will be, but we will find out when we get back to the Town of Beginnings. So let's go ahead and start running through here because I want to see the death game fully start. Another thing is, like, this marker will not go away. That has been on my screen, I believe, since I spawned in. So let's just hope. It obviously doesn't point to anything. Like, there's nothing past those mountains that we can go to right now. Hopefully going back to the Town of Beginnings will fix it, because resting did not fix it. So let's go ahead and grab this chest right here. We get a cleansing crystal. I do have a little note here to check the blacksmith for those ranger boots once we get back to town. So we will wait to do that for the time being, because there's nothing we can do, and I wasn't going to just run all the way through town. The only fix to this, obviously, is to restart our entire game, which I'm not going to do over a single pair of boots. But I highly doubt it's gone. If I lost all the materials I'd picked up, that's whatever. I can always collect more of it. I just really don't want to lose the ranger boot blueprints. Grab this chest for a numbing mine. And the last one we can get before we need to move on to the next area is right over here at this tent. There's no monsters in here, which is very interesting. I don't know if this is part of the problem with the whole, like, never-ending danger indicator on my screen, or if no monsters spawn here, because this is, like, the tutorial area in the game. Not sure, but either way, that is it for this zone. We obviously still have those chests back in the temple we'll have to get at some point, but I'm still convinced we'll be able to get on top of the temple for whatever reason and get them there, because the pathing doesn't really make sense in the temple. You don't actually follow the, like, map icons or the map road like you typically would, so I'm not too sure there.
The Town of Beginnings.
Oh, that is the Town of Beginnings.
I know it's
Wait, isn't this...
months since the beta, but it really feels
No. We must be on a different side of the Town of Beginnings. I do at least want to go grab this checkpoint. I probably won't pick up any of the chests right here, but we'll at least make sure to swing by and grab the checkpoint so we can come back here quickly later. Oh, it's going to be deep back there, huh? Come here, you. But yeah, I want to try out my skill. Next time we get an enemy, we'll test out our new backlash ability. All right, come here, and we can charge. 1, 2, 3. Well, we get to see it, but these enemies are still pretty weak, and Iori just one-shot. It is. Wait, please don't tell me chests respawned. Please don't tell me chests respawned. Oh, thank God. I was like, I know exactly where this one is. Okay, so it looks like we do have to re-find the checkpoints here in the full game. I'm guessing just because the area has been expanded. But all the chests are still opened, which is great. Now, obviously, that wouldn't work in a real beta test, but again, there might be some shenanigans going on with those sages summoning us in. There we go. Big damage to you. Ooh, we are out of skill, or SP. Iori. Where'd you run off to, buddy? Deal with the wolf. I got the boars handled. Ow. There we go. The entire thing with this elite is to flood you with enemies. I don't even know why we're fighting this, because we're about to just respawn it as soon as we get to this campsite. Oh, I missed. That sucks. I should have tried my backlash ability there. There we go. The sledgehammer and a couple more items. A steel knife. Let's just go pick up our waypoint. And then we'll just run back south, because we obviously have already got everything here. I'm trying to think that pathway we just took. Did I see that back in the demo? Or the beta test, rather? I want to activate it. Do I have to? Yeah, you do have to rest. Unfortunate. Okay, we'll just have to run back through that white wolf again. We'll just sprint past him this time, though. Yep, there's our chest we can't get yet. For there in the top right corner. But everything else is still checked off, and there is not any new chests either. So that's good. I'm to head back to the Town of Beginnings, and yes, that icon is still there, unfortunately. I hope that is not present in the entire game. I'm sure force quitting the game will fix it. But I'm not making the same mistake I made last episode. We need to make it to the Town of Beginnings. I was hoping that, overlapping them might fix it, but it does not. Or, getting into combat then getting out of combat. But it's clearly a visual bug. I don't know if that's just, because I feel like we saw that last game, or last episode, too, right at the end. I feel like we got that little red danger indicator, and I couldn't get rid of it. So maybe it was just that zone back there creates a bug where this stays on your screen. So you make it to the Town of Beginnings. Go away. I know you got a range. You'll eventually de-aggro. You're never going to hit me. You can't go far enough. As long as I'm sprinting, I'll outpace you. Is this the, I need to go back and rewatch the, first 2 episodes of SAO. Because that's, all this game will cover. Because by, episode 4, they're on, floor 7 or something. But is this where, Kirito fought that boar? At the very beginning of episode 1? Obviously it'll be somewhere out here. But was it, right over there? Dude, that wolf has followed me way too far. There we go. All right. Here we are back at the Town of Beginnings. This is the first time. Oh, no. Okay, we don't actually go to the town right now. Well, this is the waypoint that gets us into the town, rather.
If I remember right, the first thing we need to do is use the
Let's go ahead and activate it.
Town of Beginnings to the map. Why don't we give it a shot?
And Town of Beginnings has been registered. Congratulations. Quest cleared. Summons. And I have equipment there. Please don't have I don't want to have lost my blueprint. The problem is I don't know if the blueprint counts as like an item right there or if it is like a account wide or character wide thing that as soon as you pick it up, you have access to it.
Whoa, look at all these people. We should be able to build up a pretty decent guild with 10,000 other players to choose from. Going all out won't be a problem if we have some heavy hitters on our side, right? I gotta say, I haven't been this excited in a long time!
Okay, meet with your companions at the teleport gate. Can I check first? Will it let me go to my chest? Since I'm guessing my room is still the same. No, unable to do it during an event. Okay, we're gonna have to witness the opening ceremony first. Nothing we can do about it. I just want to clear my mind of this, this uh-oh. That there was no way to prevent it either. I didn't even force quit the game. It just quit itself between episodes. Here we go.
Hello over there! Long time no see. I'm so glad we ran into you.
We're lucky to have found you. There's so many more players here now. We were fortunate that you didn't change your avatar.
It's actually kind of grown on me, so I figured I'd just stick with mine. Seems you guys kept the same appearance too, huh?
Actually, our avatars look like our real selves.
I see. Hey, hang on a second. Didn't you have another member in your party?
Yeah, Clark. He went off on his own. He was just raring to go. He even mentioned something about making up for lost time.
He's quite dedicated, hasn't responded to even one single message.
Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot to message Cal and Argo. Let's go find out where they're at. That's some sort of signal?
Uh-huh. What's happening? Why is everyone here?
Is this the teleport gate plaza?
Hang on. Why would I get sent here?
Maybe it's a forced teleport.
But why? Why now?
Oh! I think I figured it out! This is a ceremony to officially start the game.
What the hell? I can't find the logout button. It's gone.
Huh? He's right. The logout button's vanished. How are we supposed to exit the game?
Look!
What the hell?
Attention players, I welcome you to my world. My name is Akihiko Kayaba, and as of this moment, I am in control here.
Kayaba. That's the developer.
I'm sure most of you have already noticed an item missing from your main menus, the logout button. Let me assure you this is not a defect in the game. I repeat, this is not a defect. This is how Sword Art Online was designed to be. You cannot log yourselves out of SAO anymore.
What? Is he serious?
And no one from the outside will be able to shut down or remove the nerve gear from your head. If anyone attempts to, a transmitter inside the nerve gear will discharge a microwave signal into your skull, destroying your brain and ending your life.
This can't be happening.
Despite my warning, families and friends of some of your fellow players have attempted to remove the nerve gear anyway. An unfortunate and tragic decision. The game now has 213 less players than when it began. They've been deleted from both Aincrad and the real world. The news has already spread around the globe, reporting on the situation along with the deaths so far. At this point, it's safe to assume the likelihood of another nerve gear being removed is minimal at best. I hope this brings you some comfort as you try to clear the game. It's important to remember the following. There is no longer any way to revive someone within the game. If your HP drops to 0, your avatar will be deleted from the system forever, and the nerve gear will simultaneously destroy your brain. There is only one way for a player to escape now. You must defeat the boss on floor 100 and clear the game. And last but not least, I've placed a little present in the item storage of every player. Please, have a look.
Oh boy. The logout button is gone. That's why they put it there for the beginning part of the game. A hand mirror, you see your own reflection within the looking glass.
Right now, you're probably wondering why. Why would I, the developer of Sword Art Online and the Nerve Gear, do something like this? Ultimately, my goal was a simple one. The reason I created Sword Art Online was to control the fate of a world of my design. As you can see, I have achieved my goal.
Oh boy, those are references.
This marks the end of the tutorial and the official launch of Sword Art Online. Before I go, take note. This may be a game, but it's not one you play. I wish all of you the best of luck.
We saw Kirito and Asuna in that.
November 6th, 2022. That's the day I logged into Sword Art Online. The world's first full-dive MMORPG. Just put on the headgear and you were transported to a virtual world. The stage for this new adventure was a giant floating castle called Aincrad. I couldn't believe it. I'd finally arrived in the world I'd always dreamed of. My life had never allowed me to be myself. I lived behind forced smiles, a state that made it hard to breathe. But in this world, Aincrad, things were different. Nobody knew who I was. For the first time in my life, I was free. At least, That's what I thought. This may be a game, but it's not one you play. Those were Kayaba's words. If you die here, you die for good. The pain, the fear, it's all real, and you can't escape it. And while I'd been in the beta, I never imagined Kayaba would go so far as to do this. It's terrible being alone. But I need companions I can trust. It's okay. I'm sure I'll find them. Even here, in a virtual world, people's warmth, their heart, still shines through. For now, all I can do is move forward.
Relive to survive is so hard beneath the layers of this reality. Could I keep moving forward? I try to forget the things I see. There is no time to hesitate. Shaking off the lies that told me about the distress that's left behind me. When I close my eyes, I know that the pain will only grow and falling. The real you is here in this world. I hear a voice above the noise, it rises up. I feel the passion, feel the fire that burns inside. We gotta take a chance, it's one together. It's time to make a move, it's now or never. I just wanna know now, the end of the road now. The final chapter of our endless story. We shout it out so loud, the sky is falling. The promises that keep us fate is calling. It's time to keep moving, it's your time to prove it. Just take my hand and grab a hold and never let it go. Live to survive.
What a banger opening. I'm definitely going to get copyright striked for that. Or claimed. But that was sick.
It's been an entire month since the day of the launch, and I still have no idea what we should do.
I suppose I should apologize. When I originally chose a male avatar, I didn't do it because I wanted to trick all of you. I've been feeling really bad about this the whole time.
Well, I'm not the least bit offended. People do it all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either. So you were having fun with your avatar.
Really? You're not mad? That's such a relief.
One's conduct is what truly matters, and I admire anyone who is brave enough to go after Stella, regardless of their appearance.
Yeah, all is forgiven. But what do we do now? Any plans?
I have some ideas. For starters, I think it's in our best interest to get as strong as possible.
You want to go on raids?
No. But the future's unclear. The stronger we are, the better we can protect ourselves.
From what? Who cares what's out there? As long as we just stay in town, we'll be safe. You can't die inside the safe zone.
True, but what happens if Kayaba decides to remove the protective barrier on a whim?
What? Are you saying that the monsters would be able to
I
get in
said
here?
if he did it, not that he will. Besides, monsters may be the least of our worries. This is a death game, remember?
You mean traps?
He means players.
Wait, I don't understand. You mean people might come and attack us?
I know that sounds awful, but there are almost 10,000 other players in here with us. Desperation can drive people to do things they'd never do otherwise, like stealing or even, you know.
I really can't take this anymore.
Don't worry, Sayu. we're a step ahead of everyone else. Because we were a part of the beta testing, and that will be our saving grace. So, let's go to Hornka. We gotta start doing some quests and find stronger weapons.
Hornka. You mean the place from the Forest Elixir quest?
You completed it too, right? I'm not sure how much the game has changed since the beta, but I'm interested in finding out.
Did you have a chance to visit Hornka?
Nope.
It's a small village just northwest of the town of Beginnings. Don't worry, we'll show you around once we get there. Honestly, I'm just glad that I'm not alone in this. Oh, that's right!
Do you know some other players?
Sure do. 2 friends I made during the beta, Cal and Argo. They'd both be major boons to the team.
Did you say Cal? As in the Cal? You know him?
Hey, I got a response.
And?
Argo says she won't be able to stick around too long, but she's willing to help us with quests. She also wrote, I can't believe this is happening. What a total mess. Cal, on the other hand... doesn't look promising. He says, I've got my hands full at the moment, but I'll be in touch. Let's all get out of this alive. I remember he mentioned playing with his brother. They must be together right now. I can't imagine how this must feel for him, being new and all. But Cal's right. We all need to work together and help each other get out of this nightmare.
That settles it then. Let's begin the journey to Hornka.
Sorry, but... I really want to meet up with Clark. Can I join up with you guys after I find him?
Of course. Please, give my regards.
You bet! Be careful, everyone!
Very well. Then let's be on our way to Hornka. It may be in our best interest to travel there discreetly, though. Could be I'm overthinking things, but if we stay together, we may draw some unwanted attention from those who weren't part of the beta.
So you're suggesting we split up for now and meet back up at the village?
I'm aware of how strange that sounds. Ugh. I can't believe it's gotten to this point, where we can't trust other players.
No, I think you're right to think that way.
One exception though. You're probably safer off traveling alongside one of us. You may have taken part in the beta, but your playtime is still relatively low compared to ours.
Yeah, good point. I think you should head there with another player. Who you travel with is up to you. Whenever you're ready, just send one of us a message at the teleport gate.
It's a plan then. Let's part ways for now.
Wiseman, weren't you bodied by a PKer in the beta? Here we are. It looks like the good thing is Wiseman and Sayaru, they tried to base their characters off their themselves, but I'm guessing Iori, Cal, and well, you know Iori, but I'm guessing Cal and Argo probably don't look the same as what we remember. Also, why did we wait over a month of being in this death game zone where realistically we probably haven't left town in a month to contact our friend with a ton of information from the beta, literally sells information, and our other friend who is considered the second strongest player in the beta, and we're just now contacting them? That doesn't seem smart. All right, let's check. Growth. Let's go 2 more index. I have to do it, man. I gotta get that experience gained plus 10%. That's like the only way we're going to be able to start grinding levels quickly. So let's just do it. Let's go into int. We do still technically scale a little bit off int, so that'll be good. And then as for our partner, let's see. I can... Oh, Argo looks the same, even though I doubt that's what she actually looks like. Iori is still short sword and shield, has the exact same abilities as previously. Then we have Wiseman. Wiseman's a hammer user. Deals heavy damage to a single enemy. This damage increases if the enemy is dazed. And then the support skill deals damage to enemies within range and inflicts daze stacks. Here's the thing. I have seen just how strong Iori is. And because we can swap around weapons, I actually want to upgrade Iori real quick. What do we currently have equipped? That's a 25 plus 60. Technically 30 plus 56 is going to be better. So let's throw that on. I guess you're losing the int scaling, but ooh, what's this one? That'll be fine. We're gonna be using Iori for a while anyways, so keep it at that. Then for equipment, can I change around what I currently have equipped? Perfect. I don't want to be using the cotton shirt anymore. Let's go. I really like the way the Proto Guardian looks now that we actually have our full character. Let's just throw on the soldier mail, the iron bangles. As I've said previously, I'm going to be kind of treating this. Oh, actually, I kind of like the cotton pants. I'm going to be treating this as if we were playing the death game mode without actually spending money for the death game mode. Oh, shoot. Which one was my... Is this my actual greatsword I wanted to use? The scaling sucks. We'll keep it on for now because it technically is a little bit more damage. And I guess, yeah, this is the one I built. So we'll stick with this. But now that the full game started, I got to check its pants. It's called Ranger Boots. Let's see. Please, dude, I'm going to be so pissed. Do I have any more great swords? I do. I have the Decapitator. I'm not a big fan of that one. Thank God the Ranger Boots are still here. Increases agility. Ooh, that's not bad. I can afford it pretty easily. Let's go ahead and throw that on. We will equip and finish. Ranger Boots equipped. And then I want to quickly go look if we have anything new. Ooh, actually, I didn't even see this. Hold on, let me go interact with you real quick. And then let's go to item seller.
Welcome, adventurer. What'll it
Can I
be?
buy anything new? Firestones, perhaps? No, I need to go back to... I totally forgot my... Everything got changed because we're in the full game now. So I do need to quickly run on back
My
to
doors are always open.
the chest. I do want to kind of make my way towards the town. I'm assuming this might be the first time we actually get to do like full exploration. I hope that's the case. Let's go put in chest, put in chest. We don't need this. And then let's pull out blink. Oh, ooh, high flamestone. Oh, that seems like such a waste, man. Let's put away our bombs. Let's get our regular bombs. Is that all the exploration stuff? I'm not forgetting anything. Frost is definitely going to be used to cross like fire paths. I think, oh no, luminous as well. All right, this should be enough. We should be in a good spot. We'll keep healing potions on, and in fact, for all of this, I was hoping I could turn it to auto refill. I guess we just have to come back and auto refill. Okay, that is everything taken care of. Let's go back to the main terminal. It is daytime. Let's get this death game on the road, shall we? Beaten to the punch. Recommended levels are fixed for this quest. 10 or above. The thing is, I don't think you can just, like, freely explore right now, so there's not much we can do. We will get Cardinal Rank. That is a feature in this game that I haven't really gone over too much. I think I briefly mentioned it in one of the episodes. But it looks like we're just making our way through all these areas we've actually already been to. I think we've been up to right here, and that's when we went south. So the good news is this is really just going to be a lot of running through all these zones. I should have brought Argo just so I could have seen Argo and see what she looks like here. That's fine. Nothing we can do about it now. So a lot of this is just going to be sprinting through the areas we've already been to. Oh. This is a really weird low-res cutscene. Real weird low-res cutscene. Even on my end, and I know that means it's not coming through great for you guys. It's like slow and laggy and also just doesn't look good. Here we are. I guess this is our player's first time outside of the town of beginnings since Death Game started.
Sorry I kept you waiting. I'm pretty honored you chose me to travel with. The Game Master said our deaths here would be real. As crazy as it sounds, I have a gut feeling he was telling the truth. So let's keep our guard up, okay?
It would be true if I paid $20 more. I really wanted... I guess I could go back to town if I really wanted to see what Argo looked like, but I don't care that much. Is this still not a chest I can get to? I don't think so. So let's just go ahead and start marking our waypoints here as we run through here. And assuming these are just the same ones we've gotten before, should be a pretty straightforward journey. Is our destination the tower right there? Isn't that like the final dungeon and that's how you go up to the next floor? That's where the boss of each floor is. Come here, you. We don't really need the XP. But fun to know that there's stakes now. There we go.
Was that the last of them?
I know there's a quick way down because we came up this way. Am I dead? That wasn't even falling from a big height. Are you kidding me? That was such a small jump. And I landed on those rocks that were at a slightly higher elevation. Let me do horse jumps up a mountain. Oh, there's another white wolf over here. Did that just spawn? I don't want to fight you. Run. Eeyore, get out of there. Don't aggro. Also, my little red marker did go away. So, I just had to go back to the town of beginnings. I'm getting ambushed. This game is brutal, but I will say, if this were real and I got sucked into the death game, there's no way I would just sit there for months. I gotta wait for it to get closer. Probably close enough. You're kidding me. Okay. Like, I would actually make myself useful because just sitting there, no one's gonna clear the game. But I guess, you know, 10,000 people thought, oh, someone else will do it. And I guess if one person clears it, that's all you really need. I think that's what happens in the show is once one person beats it, well, obviously when Kirito kills Akihiko Kaiba, the game ends. But I think it's like once you clear the floor, other players like get the ability to travel there or something. I can't remember exactly, but like obviously the floor bosses don't respawn. But if people don't get fast travel, then they still have to leave the town of beginnings to fast travel. It also would suck if there's no more players coming in the game. Like, that's one thing it never addresses is, sure, it's a death game, but wouldn't they send, like, super experienced players in here to, like, get the job done? Like, I feel like government officials would definitely intervene and hop in to try to fix things instead of just being like, yeah, these 20, 30, and 40-year-olds
next, I think.
will, they'll get the job done. But also, I don't think they really knew what was happening, right? Because it's not like people can... Unless Akihiko Kaiba came out and was like, yeah, someone's got to beat the game and I'm responsible. They're just like, oh yeah, all these people are stuck with these game gears on.
A wolf type, huh?
Or nerve gears on. And we can't take them out. I feel like, obviously it's unreal because, you know, it's a TV show about a video game. But... like, there definitely has to be protocols in place, right? Like, at some point, wouldn't all these people stuck in the game, if they never got an answer, because it goes on for, like, 2 years or something, right? Wouldn't they all be, like, pronounced brain dead, and they would just start ripping the nerve gears off?
Enemy spotted.
Like, if they never found an answer and they just had people sitting in these hospital beds with IVs for 2 years, you'd think that something would be up. And they'd call, like, a worldwide state of emergency, like the pandemic. All right, here's our next checkpoint. Always gets you wondering. I know if there's anybody watching this who has seen SAO, they've had the same thoughts go through their mind of like, what would I do? Would I be good? The answer is no. I don't think a single person would actually be good in this situation. Kirito has main character hacks, but like, nobody would be able to be okay under the pressure of, hey, you're in a death game now. There'd definitely be people who would adapt quicker. That's right. But at the end of the day, it's still a video game. You have to use video game logic. You can't just go in being like, oh yeah, I'm ex-military, so I have all these skills in XYZ, you know? You're still bound by video game logic, whether it kills you or not. So like, realistically, and I think Kirito does this, I think that's why he's so strong, you just grind on early floors. Like, no matter how long it takes, you're stuck in the game until someone wins. So you just sit on floor 1 outside the town of beginnings. And if there's repeatable quests, because again, you got to use video game logic. If there's repeatable quests, you just repeat the same ones over and over and over again. And if not, you just fight the basic enemies over and over and over again, getting the XP you need to level up until you are like significantly higher than anything on the next floor. Then go up to the next floor and continue. I think this boss is following me. No, it's not. It finally de-aggroed. Yeah, even though it is a death game, you still are bound by the logic of video games. And if people do it in video games now where they just grind early game enemies for XP till they hit a high level, I mean, look at any challenge runner for any game. Their entire thing is like, can you hit level 99 without ever leaving chapter 1? It's like, yes. You can. And unless it's programmed in the game where you will get depreciating returns to the point where you'll get like 1 XP and you need like 1 million to level up, just do that. We found out about these last episode or 2 episodes ago. I just never activated these bridges. I don't know how much it actually saves me, but I'm going to be activating them as I run through because at some point I'm sure I'll need it. And there's no reason not to just activate it. Like, if there was a ramp here, I could definitely see it being more useful. I do know this is kind of like a winding path, though, so... Come here, you. I rest every time we get one of these checkpoints, so let's just use all of our SP. Nope, where'd you go? Yori, you think you got that? What happens if our... I guess... In a death game version, a death game mode of this game, what happens if our companion dies? Because they have XP or HP too. Like, they can't just kill Iori because she's like the narrator. That'd be sick though if they treated it like Fire Emblem, where even if your companion character died, then they would be full dead as well, and you'd lose them as a companion. Of course, you'd have to like have adaptations to the story, kind of like what Fire Emblem does, where the story can continue even without a character going down. But maybe it could also just, like, warp them out of the game, if that makes sense. Like, if they were going to die instead, X would happen. They'd be like, oh, yeah, we can't continue anymore. Can't cross that. I wonder if that was one of those barriers I just failed to activate. How did something aggro? I'm next to a checkpoint.
Nice work. We beat it.
The good news is once we get all these checkpoints reactivated, we won't ever have to worry about it again. But it is just that time-consuming part of these games with checkpoints. You got to get them first. I'm playing through Assassin's Creed Black Flag right now, the resynced. Same exact thing. Played through Final Fantasy 15 recently. Same exact thing. You just got to run through the zones, not really doing anything else, grabbing the checkpoints. It's actually interesting because most of the games we've played on this channel don't have the checkpoint system because I'm very weird about open world games in terms of Let's Plays. just because it's so open-ended that it's very hard to follow like a linear story, both in the game and just like for myself. So like if you go back to the very first, which not many people have done, a lot of people start on like my third Let's Play. A lot of people go back and rewatch that one. And then like start getting caught up just because I see the traction those older ones get. But most people don't watch my very first one. Either way, though, it was Avowed, which is a open world game, and there's just a lot of issues with it. Of like, we would spend an entire episode kind of just wandering around the world, trying to collect the things you need to progress the game. Like, ooh, can we activate this one yet?
A wasp type, huh?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Like, you need to get those fast travel points. You need to get those. You need to uncover the map. You need to do all that stuff. So, unfortunately, it's just part of the game. But that also means there's some episodes where nothing really happens. And it's very tough, so I've kind of tried to navigate around that and steer clear of those kinds of RPGs for the channel since then. Obviously, that won't always be the case because we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming, or Revelation coming out here in a year, less than a year. And I will for sure, well, I'm going to use that term very loosely. I will almost certainly be covering that on this channel, and that is going to be a very big open world. So good news with that is even the side quests are like, they don't require you to just travel around the world. Typically they're pretty self-contained, versus a game like Avowed or Skyrim or Elder Scrolls are just kind of open and let you wander forever doing side quests. So a little bit harder.
Here next, I think.
All right, get rid of that checkpoint. We need to go north over to this one. That's our final objective, but obviously this is the town. And I'm pretty sure we were right at the edge of this town. I didn't actually see it because I didn't look for it. I didn't know there's a town there. But I am pretty sure this is where the first blink stone was. Right before we went into the dungeon last episode. I think is going to spit us out right there. These enemies are starting to be beefier and beefier since we stopped focusing exclusively on damage. 1, 2, holy. And then when you find these boss enemies, they can just tear into you. Didn't I just rest? How am I already out of SP? This new skill must use a lot. Get a quick heal. Come on. There we go. Be my loot I'll never use.
Was that the last of them?
I think you can sell. Yeah, you can, because you can do that at the blacksmith. You can sell armor and weapons you don't need. But at the very least, unless there's no cap, probably just stockpile all of them simply for the skill usage. So obviously the skills will eventually be outclassed and you'll probably get better versions of it. Like right now we have SP minus 15%. But when we're like level 20, getting level 20 drops, it might be SP minus 30%. But it's still not bad to hold on to those things for if you need it later. Golden Peak Hill.
We could definitely use a break.
Activate you. Let's see if I was right. Was this the area we've already explored? Yes, it is. Okay, it is exactly not. It's not quite where I thought it was going to be. I thought that it was going to be up here, but regardless, we're basically there. We've actually already created this bridge south of us, and we'll be able to come here pretty easily. This was the Blinkstone one. We'll be able to come here pretty easily later after we get this town. So let's just go ahead and head on south. I want to explore this new town before we wind the episode down. Or at least make it to it and just see like what kind of stuff the different towns have. Is there a reason to go to this town versus the town of beginnings? Can you just fast travel between the towns? Does this like item shop just sell more? Because the blacksmith theoretically will just craft the same things at both towns anyways. And I didn't see a place to just buy weapons outright since you needed the blueprints, so go away, you. Dude, Iori, I don't know what skill she just used. Holy. I also, spoiler, I didn't know Iori was a female just because I like to look at the voice actors before I play the games, or like right when I play the games. I think it was technically after I played part 1. whenever I was playing Adventures of Elliot.
Looks like it hasn't
I want to
changed
say I
all that
looked
much
up the
since
voice
beta.
cast
Appearance-wise,
and
anyway.
saw that Iori was voiced by a female and was like, yeah, unless she's just doing a really good man impression and not like an anime protagonist impression, just like a full-on adult man impression,
There's a giant
this
boar
is going to
boss
be a
in front of
female.
the gates. So I
Ooh,
wonder
giant
if
boar
you aren't
boss.
down just yet.
How has nobody, are we the first ones going to Hornka? There's a giant boar boss right outside the town. Someone else would have cleared it, right? I'm assuming these, otherwise nobody would be able to progress. I'm assuming bosses in universe don't respawn. Unless they're like dungeon bosses, I guess, where like you could repeat it for loot. Why? Why are you here? I'm going to fight a boss.
Wolf type, huh?
Go away.
Itching to fight it.
I'm only fighting you to get some SP back. All right, let's do it.
Good job.
Oh, I see it in there. It's one of the white ones with a mask on. All right, Raging Boar level 10. Dodge that. Ooh, that hurt. Iori, let's do our duo skill. Does it change at all now? Nope, still pretty much the same. Okay, that was about half damage, not bad. I want to do this cool attack. Super sick. I'm going to use a heal, but the fight... Oh, no, this is going to be a two-parter, isn't it? A 2 health bar. We're going to, like, break the mask off this first one. Yup. Oh, well, we cracked the mask. Didn't quite full break it. Iori, get a healing aura down.
Healing area coming up.
I need to move. I need to move. There we go. I need to just get rid of the little guys. 1, 2. Ooh, that hurt. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Get back in there. Get back in there. Ow.
I'll use switch.
Understood.
Iori, let's get in there.
Switch.
Okay.
Switch, I think, is good for taking aggro off you when you need to heal. Big damage, big damage. We're not going to use a skill yet because we're going to down the monster again.
Got it.
Okay, we're on to phase 3. The mask is basically broken. Yep. Coming in for a bigger attack. Ow. He's juggling me and I can't respond. Iori. Iori. Dude. Let me out of there. Oh my god, I'm so glad we're not playing on death game mode. Yep. That right there would have been the end of the Let's Play. Holy. We would have made it to episode 5 in the Let's Play, and then that would have been the end of the series. And if I wanted to continue, I would have had to replay through this entire thing again, which I would have been like, cool, I'll replay it, but not on death game mode. Wow, that phase 2 really destroyed me there. I genuinely wasn't expecting it to be that difficult, and it's because of the little guys. When I wasn't being hit by the boss, which has insane range, by the way, for a boar, the little guys were just ganging up on me. Fall back. Let's go to switch. I think switch regenerates our duo skill quicker. Owie. I have to know, unless I'm like freely walking around, I cannot heal. The problem is you lose your partner skills when you die. It's like I lost my free heal from Iori, which also would not have helped me in that situation because I would have had to get over to Iori to heal.
I'll fight on my own terms.
Okay.
Off this, yeah, without having that duo skill to just start this fight off with. A little bit harder. Get the shatter. Gonna Call in some more baby enemies. Go ahead and use the slash. Let's use the big attack here. Okay. Big damage. I want to hold off on the duo skill till phase 2 because we saw what happens. I gotta remember, at the end of the day, the combat is Souls combat. Even if it's Sword Art Online and I'm out of healing, it's still a Souls game. Souls combat. Iori, you're fine, but can you do it now? Iori?
Got it.
Thank God. I used it 3 times. Can I just sit here? Or will I don't know if it'll regen HP. Yeah, sit here and call your guys in. Duo skill. I saw them coming up behind me, so this should hit all the enemies. It might have, but it didn't kill, so. Oh, here we go again. Cut through you. We're fine. Kind of. Kind of fine, kind of fine, kind of fine. Not fine, not fine, not fine. This is why we have health potions. Dude, he's just going ballistic. And I have no SP left. And no duo skills, and no free heals from Iori. Come here. Oh my God, there we go. Thank God. I didn't realize I only had 2 healing potions. I thought you have like 4. I've never actually paid attention to it. Oh boy, there we go. In universe and in the death game mode, we would not be seeing this screen right now. I would have to be replaying through the entire game up to this point. We did it. We've now reached the town of Hornka. Let's complete our quest, shall we?
What a relief.
Well, you're in another universe. You did not make it in one piece. Ooh, gate. Let me go investigate this real quick. This is just the town of Hornka. Yep. I need a better weapon, man. I need to upgrade. Honestly, I need to upgrade my HP. I should have listened to my own advice and done that first. But I wanted to get the extra XP. There we go. Beaten to the punch. Quest cleared. I don't think we got anything too crazy from this. The world has been updated with the following changes. New equipment can be forged at the smithy and can be enhanced further. The item seller has new goods to buy and craft. Level limits for enemies have increased and their drops changed. Nice. Items were sent to your chest. These cutscenes look so bad, and I don't know why. The opening cinematic and everything we saw up to this point looked incredible. Why do we drop down to 30 frames per second and 480p?
Here we are, Hornka. It's only been a couple months since I was last here, but it feels good to be back. Oh, hey!
Ah, there you are. Looks like you both made it unharmed.
Sorry if we had you worried. So far, not much has changed from the beta build, so it's been pretty easy going.
I think you're correct. So there's a good chance the Forest Elixir quest hasn't gone through much of a change either. If that proves to be true, then the quest giver should still be that depressed-looking woman. Follow me, please.
Speak with the farmer's wife. Okay. But can I look at the new stuff we have? Nope, because we're in an event right now. All right. Fine, we'll talk to the farmer's wife before we end things off.
Is something the matter?
Oh, traveling warriors, you must help me. My daughter has fallen deathly ill, and only a very special medicine will save her.
Special medicine, you say? What kind?
It's a remedy made from the ovules of little nepenthes, a carnivorous plant. They're dangerous monsters, and only the rare ones with flowers possess ovules. I know their lairs are dotted across the vast West Forest, but still, there's no way I could handle this myself. I don't suppose you brave warriors would be willing to help, would you? Please, I beg of you. I'll even reward you with the ancestral sword.
Don't worry. You can leave this to us.
Let's double-check the particulars of the quest. It seems we'll be traveling through the West Forest. Our goal is to find a flowering nepenthes, an enemy with a low spawn rate. Take one down and we'll get the key item, the little nepenthes ovule.
Clearing this quest will net us an anneal blade, a powerful weapon that should remain useful for a while.
That's the long and short of it. Right then, let's head over to the forest quickly, before someone else finds what we need. Let's do this the same way we did before. Once you're ready, message one of us to accompany you to the quest area. I shall be swift with my preparations.
Didn't we already get the annealed blades? Like, don't we have an annealed dagger or something? Past quests. From the main terminal, you can play through previous quests that you've completed. By repeating your experience, you're able to hunt for quest-specific drops and rewatch story cutscenes. Warping between towns. You can warp to locales you've previously visited from any town's main terminal. A new side quest is available from an NPC in Horunka, and I think another one here in Hornka. I think. You can see them right here on the mini-map. But guys, with that, making it to our new area, our new town, as well as getting the death game officially started, I think this is a good place to wind things down. In the next episode, we will see what kind of things these side quests have to offer, and then probably see what we can do with Argo. I want to see what she looks like without her little cat skin on. So I will see you guys then.